Hey there, my friends. My name is Madison, and I am the co-founder of Modern Coach, your source to becoming the best music coach that you can be. So a little bit about myself. I've been coaching and helping my business partner, Alyssa, run a successful music studio in Boston for a few years now. But I'm also a classical singer with a passion for Olympic weightlifting. I've experienced a lot about what makes a great coach, regardless of the field, and so I am here to share with you what I know so you can find the success you are looking for in a fraction of the time. So let's get into it. Our 5 tips for delivering an amazing first adult music lesson. So tip number 1, take time to learn about your adult's life. First impressions are so important, and taking the time to inquire about them as people and not just as a potential sale builds better relationships and a foundation for a great experience. By asking questions, you can probably find out some useful information like their availability to practice, what kind of music they are really passionate about, and maybe they have similar hobbies and interests to you, which makes for an even better connection. The client is looking to invest not only in learning music, but the coach who shows they care about them and wants to have a good time along the learning journey. So, tip number 2, have your repertoire before the lesson starts. So there are a few different ways that you can actually do this. You can ask the client before the lesson about a song they would like to sing/play, or have a binder of well-known pieces of all different skill levels that you know super well. And if you're a vocal coach, can play the accompaniment or have instrumental tracks easily available. Nothing is worse than getting into a point in the lesson where you ask the client, well, what would you like to sing? And of course they say, I don't know, what do you think? And then you go through a list of songs you think they might know, but they don't know them well enough, and all of this time is going by being wasted on indecision. So what I've learned is have options ready, because it not only reduces your stress, but it makes you look incredibly organized and prepared to lead them through a lesson. All right, so let's move on to tip number 3. Get into the singing/playing as soon as possible. Okay, so this is where we see so much go wrong when Alyssa and I are training or observing other coaches. For whatever reason, so many coaches think it's necessary to talk about the physical anatomy or why we chose this exercise for them before the client even gets to try out what you want them to do. Why is this an issue? Because A, a beginner client will easily be overwhelmed with information that they're not ready for or don't need to know right now. And B, it's a huge waste of time that can be spent doing the thing. So what we recommend is having a preset number of exercises or activities for the client to do so they're playing/singing, and you can observe what to decide what would be the most appropriate technique or focus for the rest of the lesson. And this brings me to tip number 4, diagnose as you go. You can gather all of the information you need about your client's strengths and weaknesses while they sing or play. For instance, your preset exercises and warm-ups can address certain technical skills or aspects of the voice like range, breath support, registrations, and ear training. And if you're not a fan of exercises in the first lesson, you could change the keys of their song to test their range and registers, and even speed up or slow down the tempo to test their agility and control over their breath. And so this brings me to my 5th and final tip for you. Devote your lesson to making music. Most adult clients are hobbyists, and what is most exciting to a client is when they experience real progression or improvement in the song they're working on with you, no matter how small. This doesn't negate the importance of exercises, but for the first lesson, ask yourself, Is this exercise's benefit directly transferable to this lesson's song choice? The first lesson with an adult client can define the future vibe of your experience together. Other factors like your personality, the way you speak, your coaching availability, the aesthetic of your studio space, their practice intentions, and your lesson rates also carry influence on the adult's choice to continue lessons with you or not. But what we can ensure is providing the most engaging, most efficient, and flow-like experience for every client that walks through our door. And 9 times out of 10, this will be the deciding factor to keeping any adult client who does walk in through your door. So, I hope you learned a few things from me today, and for more tips and inspiration for feeding your own music coaching success, be sure to follow our Instagram and Facebook page, and those links are posted below. Again, my name is Madison with Modern Coach. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in our next video.